Saturday, we did what we did last year. We met up at this little cafe, diner, Rusty Spoon, Heart Attack Grill, whatever you want to call it, that has surprisingly good food for surprisingly cheap prices. And the waitress there gets to know us every year. I don't think she knew we were there last year, but can't blame her. But needless to say, by Sunday morning she knew who we were. And we ate, and we went over to the gas station and gassed up, and I'd gotten to know the girl that worked at the gas station because I went in there a couple of times on Friday. And we forgot to do the safety briefing. A pretty important part of every major group ride is the safety talk, which is basically when the leaders come up and say, all right, this is how we do it. Personally, I'm not terribly interested in how your group ride is done. This is how we do mine. Which is kind of arrogant and cocky, sure, but really that's the way it is, you know. And for the most part, all group rides are all handled about the same. There's a couple of minor little differences, but in general it's the same concept. So we forgot to do that, and Matt actually reminded me about it while we were getting gas, and I was like, oh shit. Like, hey everybody, Matt's got something he wants to tell you. And I don't remember what Matt said, but it was the basic gist of whoops. It was the basic gist of how we were going to operate, and you know, don't get stupid, and if anything happens, just kind of pull over and we'll take care of it. And then we started out on our ride, which unfortunately started with half an hour of interstate. But we get up one of these little roads that looked like fun, and it really was kind of enjoyable. And I'll be damned if the fucking thing didn't turn into a dirt road. And what it was the road, we were supposed to go straight, and the road made a really hard right. And it was that pea gravel pavement that looks like just gravel from a distance. And I saw it, and immediately I was like, Took the corner and looked for a place to pull over, and I was talking to the guys, and I was like, look, we go back down there, we'll figure out what's going on. So we go back down to this corner, and me and Wilkes headed off into the distance to see if this road turned into dirt or not. And sure enough, as soon as we got to the county line, it was caliche. So we went back and glanced at the maps and figured out a new route. Well, we get like 10 miles up that one, and that one turned into the same fucking thing. And I just kind of made a command decision, if you will, and said, we'll figure the rest of this shit out in a minute, but I'm getting back to the highway. Because what we were doing was we were taking a kind of a cut up over around this town down here, and we were gonna ride up this state highway for a while. And I knew that the state highway went all the way to the freeway, so I was like, fuck it, we'll take the freeway over there and head north. Excuse me. The state highway turned out to be quite a bit of fun, actually, because there were some really nice corners on it, and it was real smooth, and it was just nice. But once we stopped for gas, I was looking at the map and going over things and figuring out what the fuck was going to happen and all that. And we went from there. And, damn tar. Sorry, that strip of tar right there is hot enough that it's causing me to slide around a little bit. It was messing my concentration.